As Piyush was taking you through a age group of 3 to 7 years old, I would demonstrate something with you. Without you, I can't. So with your help again, something to do with the young adults. Okay? Because we are taking inspiration from the Living Values Education System. And while Anita was sharing, she used a word which I really liked very much and I wanted to make you think over it. Do we want to become friends of Earth or do we want to become climate activists? When I say climate activist, I am defining or identifying myself with an action. But when I say I am friends of Earth, I am identifying myself with something which is eternal. If I say I am doing a job, my job is time bound. But when I say I am a friend to you, Leia, right? My friendship has no expiry date. So think over this word. Even words have the power of capturing the right intention. So do I call or do I invoke the children to embark on a journey of climate activism or embark on a journey of friendship? So let's do this activity. You all have your paper and pen. Just put a little dot on the center of the page. Okay? On the center of the page. Yeah, I saw it. Thanks. On the middle of the page, just put a little dot. And I would count from 1 to 10. Okay, I would count from 1 to 10. And in that counting, you have to keep drawing straight lines from the center to the edge. Okay? Just straight lines from center to the edge. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 and a half, 9, 9.5, 9.10, 9 point something, 9 point some more things, and 9 point something more, and then 10. Okay. Can you all show your beautiful artwork? Very nice. Well done. So now can you change the paper or take a different paper? Put a dot in the center. Put a dot in the center. Okay? And now I would again start the counting, but this time you have to draw straight lines from edge to the center. Okay? Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So can anybody show it now? Can you, one of you maybe volunteer to share your experience while you were doing this? Which one was more difficult? The second one was more difficult? Why so?
Because you're coming from nowhere.
Because you're coming from nowhere. So beautiful.
You have a specific point to get to also, so you have to pay attention.
So you have to get to a specific point so you're more conscious. And then again also you don't know where you are coming from. So any other volunteers? Why the second activity was a little more difficult? So the idea is, it is easier for us to expand. It is easier for us to go into the expansion. But to come into the essence, to come into what is really needful, it is difficult. It is easier for us to let go ourselves, wander around on to many things that might not be very important, but it is very, very interesting to see that when I want to come back to the essence of who I am, what I am here for, what should I be doing, it takes effort. So it's not a dangerous thing. It's good to know that it needs effort. Only then I'll be working on it. So this exercise showed me how simplicity can help me in coming down to the real needs that I want. So one of the things that we have in the Living Values program is one of the values called simplicity. So let me give you a little quiz. Okay? Now you're young adults and you are thinking about taking care of the climate, of the nature, of the earth. what are the simple things that you think that you can do will help nature, will help the climate? Can we have the mic? Go around. So you can pass it on, yes. Jessica.
Consume less.
Consume less, yes.
Plant a tree or a, shrubbery or something.
Plant a tree. Plant a tree. Anybody else? Yes.
Pass the message to others, like
Message of what?
of, how to protect the environment, like nature, like
Yeah.
teaching the children. So,
Good. But
So-
can you do it into an action? Like she said, I will consume less.
Okay, I
He said,
understand.
I'll plant a tree. What will you do?
I would drive less.
Drive less. Okay. So out of all these different, very simple activities, because only when I practice something, talking about it will make more sense, right? So these were all very simple activities. Let's take one activity like planting trees. Now, most of the times, people misread the value of simplicity as boring. But they do not understand that simplicity means only the essence, not the ornamentation, only the pure, hardcore truth, not the decoration, only that what is very, very essential. And that's why we have shared with you a paper on simplicity that defines out of our observation what simplicity is. And alongside that, we have a QR code that you can scan and download this special book that we mentioned for free of cost. You can download it and use it. So now, coming back to this activity of tree plantation. Can you understand how simple this activity is? But do you know how powerful this activity is? Why? Because tree plantation is one of those simple actions that cater to all different climate issues at one time. You plant a sapling, you are actually purifying the air. You're planting a sapling, you are holding the fertile soil, and it is increasing the necessary carbon content into the soil. It is attracting rain. It is helping the groundwater table to get recharged. So what you are doing? One simple activity which is catering to various simple and critical problems. Land desertification, water table recharge, air quality, these are all big terms. So this is how in the Living Values Education System we try to tell our students that the activity might look simple, but it has a big impact. For example, this little tree here, what it is doing right now is providing us fresh air, is taking up all the carbon. It is also avoiding mosquitoes because it's a mosquito repellent plant. So when we give such information, we also give necessary information to people that makes them feel valued. So, and also see how beautiful it is making it. So it's, can we go to the slide? So this is the activity that we just did. One simple thing that we can do. Next. So this is what they do. They create mind maps. Like I told, planting a tree, what are the benefits? Similarly, we ask the students to take up any simple activity and create your own mind map. Can we go to the next? So this is something that we created. Like with tree plantation, we brought 3 approaches together. We brought the environmental aspect, we added values into the system, and we started assessing what changes people are going through when simply plant a tree through an app, a mobile app that we created. So living values is not just about talking abstract things about values, but it is also about bringing in real applicable format of that value. So for example, this little initiative, a person is planting a tree. We call it Kalpataru. So a person plants a tree. They register the sapling with the app that we have created. And for the next 3 months, they receive one important message every day on how to take care of the plant. What is the water cycle of that plant? What is the manure need of that plant for the annually? Plus, we also send them a message on how to take care of yourself. How to communicate with love. When you start communicating with love with your plant, you will not be shouting on your kids or shouting with others, because you are able to harness the energy of love, respect, tolerance, humility, peace, and all those things. So this was just an example where we see that values could be incorporated to meaningful projects, whereby simple activities have magnitude of bringing a very, very determined change. So over to you, Anita.